Hey everybody, I just wanted to share with you some more information following on from that amazing article we just had in entrepreneur.com. I hope you had a chance to have a little read through it and you understand more about the shopping annuity, what it means for you and the future of the way we spend money. So I'm just going to show you the business models that we are all very familiar with that exist at the moment. So we have the traditional business. So it doesn't have to be in sales, but it's just a really good way of explaining how these traditional businesses work. But it can be relevant to all types of business that we kind of use at the moment, really. So we have all the sales people at the bottom, and then we have a manager above them, and then you have the business owner. So in the sales line, you have all these salespeople working really hard, but they are all in competition with each other. So the salesperson has an earning potential. The manager will earn more money than them and might benefit from the sales that the salesperson makes, but predominantly the business owner is the person that makes all the money. So in this traditional business, if there is this scenario where the salespeople aren't making enough money, or maybe not a sales job, but the work isn't being done maybe at the speed that the manager and the business owner want, they will introduce new salespeople or new employees into the business. So this increases the competition that was already there. And it also increases the competition not just for sales, but also for maybe a position higher up for them to move into. So that doesn't happen very often. And only happens if the manager leaves the business and that position comes available for people to go after. But even if that does happen, it's not always the case that the people who've been working there get that opportunity to go for that position. So in traditional business, it's very difficult to increase your earnings from where you already are because there's always someone above you kind of stopping you from getting to where you want to be. And then with the traditional business, they pay from the top to the bottom. So the business owner is always going to be the person who earns the most money. And then that money kind of filters down through to the bottom, where obviously you have all the salespeople earning less than the manager as well. So I also just wanted to share with you just a little bit of information about multi-level marketing as well. So you may never have heard of this term, or you may have been in multi-level marketing before or still are. Or potentially you may know someone who has. There's a lot of companies out there that use this business model, the likes of Juice Plus and Arbonne, just to name a couple. But what they did was they just took the traditional business model that we've just talked about, and they just expanded distribution. So the corporation still makes all the money. They still pay from the top to the bottom. But what they do is they use the distributors to bring salespeople in to increase, obviously, the number of salespeople selling their product for them. But as you can see, as distribution expands, you have this person right down the bottom here who is giving 0% to the original distributor. So there's no incentive or drive for that distributor to work with and help that person down the bottom there to expand their own business. So why would they work with someone who's given them 0% income? They are more likely to work with the salespeople who are giving them 20% income, because obviously that's where their money is. So it kind of doesn't really get rid of the competition aspect, because the people still they're not linked together synergistically for everybody to succeed, and the corporation still makes all the money. So this is just the traditional business model that we all know of, but just expanded on a larger scale for the corporation to make all the money. But also it kind of takes the work away from the corporation, because they don't actually have to go and find these salespeople, because people are doing it for them. So now I wanted to share with you the unfranchised business system and how this differs from traditional business and the multi-level marketing business that we've previously looked at. So with the Unfranchise system, J.R. Ridinger, our CEO, he'd worked in many of these traditional businesses before, so he saw the flaws in how these businesses worked, and he took the horizontal business of traditional business and he flipped it on its side and turned it into a vertical business system. So the vertical business system looks like the picture on the right hand side, and it means that everybody is linked vertically and everybody earns 100% of 100% of 100%, and we get paid from the bottom to the top. Now, this is completely pioneering in the UK. It is brand new, so you may never have heard of this before. But this is a way that everybody can work together and there's no competition, and everybody can succeed within this business model. And there is also the potential that you can earn more than the person that introduced you to the business. And that doesn't happen very often in traditional business, let me tell you. It's very difficult to earn more than your manager in traditional business. So in each business that you own with the Unfranchise system, there is a cap of £2,000 per week. And even our CEO, J.R. Ridinger, has a cap on his businesses as well. Now, if you walked up to your business owner that you work for, would you be able to ask him or her to put a cap on their business, and so that everybody else could increase their earning potential? Do you think the answer would be yes, or do you think the answer would be no? I think we know that the answer would be no, and they would probably laugh at you as well. But J.R. Ridinger has done this, and it just means that everybody's earning potential is available there for them. So with the Unfranchise business, you can own multiple businesses as well. So if you wanted to develop 2 businesses within your organisation, you could then have the earning potential of £4,000 per week. So it's just up to you and how big you want to develop this business. So when you are working in the vertical system as well, if you're earning 100% of everybody's efforts within your organisation, then that gives you the incentive to work with somebody and help develop them and make them successful, because if they're successful, that means you're successful. So the incentive and drive to help other people is definitely the driving factor behind this business. So if that is something that interests you and you want to help people succeed and help people grow their business themselves, feel free to ask me any questions. If you want some more information, I'm happy to share with you the Unfranchise Business Plan as well. So get in touch, and you can learn some more about the Unfranchise system and our shopping annuity and how that works as well.